Merci beaucoup. Permettez-moi 30 secondes. D'abord, je voudrais remercier la centrale de la Ligue nationale pour la sélection des joueurs qui sont ici ce soir. I'd like to thank NHL Central Staffing for choosing the players that are here tonight. Thank you very much. Rapidement, je voudrais m'adresser aux joueurs. Une carrière, c'est remplie de moments. Et ce soir, probablement un de ces moments qui pourrait être un premier pas vers le but ultime, la Coupe Stanley. Jouez bien et bon match. I'd like to just address the players. A career is full of moments. This is one of those moments that could be a first step towards the ultimate goal, winning the Stanley Cup. Have fun tonight and have a great game. Merci beaucoup.
We now ask the two teams' representatives, FloHockey and Shootout, to join us at Center Ice for the Ceremonial match. Mesdames et messieurs, vous invite à bien vouloir vous lever et enlever chapeau et casquette pour l'interprétation de notre hymne national. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise if you are able to do so, and we will give back for tonight's national anthem performed by Jennifer Fellows.
Welcome into the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League prospect game on FloHockey. We have Team Crosby versus Team Lafleur here at Le Palais des Sports Leopold Drolet in Sherbrooke, as we have some of the top prospects in the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League going head-to-head. Team Crosby in white, Team Lafleur in blue. For Crosby's team, it's going to be Jacoby Weiner in goal. He's 1-1-1 with Moncton this season, and it's going to be William LaSalle for Team Lafleur, 5-2-1 for Rimouski, and we are underway as Team Crosby has dumped it in. LaSalle going to play that puck first along the boards. Back to the point. That shot is blocked. It's in the neutral zone for Dagenet. And Sheloff over to Dagenet. Dagenet with a high riser that goes off the glass and back to the blue line. Kept in by Villeneuve. He'll put it deep into the zone, and then the breakout starts for Chartrand. Up the right side with speed comes Team Crosby driving towards the net. And there's a chance just going wide for Jasinski, and it'll go into the corner. Team Lafleur back off the boards, but they can't clear, as that's going to be picked up and reset by Team Lafleur. Up the ice, Cassette Ayat will get that in deep. It'll roll right in front of Weiner. Off the boards for Blale. Blale spins in his own zone. He'll step up to the blue line, up the left wing. It's chipped ahead, but not in too deep. And that'll allow Team Lafleur to break out through the neutral zone. Lost puck for Liam Lefebvre. He'll try to go the right side. That doesn't work, and Danielle will pick it up. Danielle in the neutral zone loses it over to Team Crosby. A couple bodies collide, and it's loose, and now with speed.
Ça mène sur le flanc droit, dégage la rondelle jusqu'à la selle dans le coin, là, à sa gauche. Houle passe devant, tire, bel arrêt de la selle, il n'y aura pas de retour.
He's having himself quite the season with the Armada. Loose puck. Here comes Dagenet, left side with speed, trying to get into the corner, but forced to the boards. Straka comes in to help out, but it's going to be Houle. His pass is behind Rossi, and he'll chip it up into the neutral zone. A couple teammates, Walters and Rossi, collide. And that'll allow Team Lafleur to break out through the neutral zone. Blue line to blue line. Here comes Villeneuve. Passes off to Dagenet. He can't pass it off. And in deep is the defenseman Villeneuve behind the net. Villeneuve works it in the corner. Backhand shot. That's blocked. Villeneuve will pick it up inside the blue line. Trying to find a shooting lane. Now into the high slot. Still with the puck. Working it well. Back D to D. There's a shot by Cassette Ayat, but that's blocked off. And here comes Florent Houle. 3-on-2 if they're quick. Merniex is with him. Houle will pull up inside the blue line and put it in deep, but that goes off a stick. Dagenet on the back check swats that down for Team Lafleur, and they're going to be able to break out. Lead pass, Cassette Ayat chasing after, but is going to come right to the goaltender. Weiner with the clearing pass. Merniex takes a hard hit from Russo in the neutral zone. Bouncing puck goes behind Team Lafleur's net. Right up the middle. Russo to the right side. Stepping up on his man is Fortin to Morin. Gets in the corner. Russo chasing after Taillefer, and it'll come over to Fortin. Fortin will skate it out. Rolling puck for him on the right side. Now the breakout. Korniev over to Tyfer, and he'll put it in deep. LaSalle will stop it behind his net. Leaving it for his defenseman. Long lead pass. Morin, tap pass right back. Give and go through the neutral zone, getting to the red line and chipping it in. Only a couple whistles early on here. Loose puck behind the net. Good back check to come pick that up. It's Maxim Dubé. And it goes up down left side and into the penalty box for a whistle. 4 minutes and 32 seconds in. So the faceoff will come back into Team Crosby's zone to the left of Jacoby Weiner. And they're going to decide and bring it outside. And they're going to actually call a penalty here, and we're going to have the first power play. They're going to say it was not deflected, and it's going to be a delay of game against Team Crosby. And you can see the referee and linesman trying to determine who flipped the puck over the net, and it's going to go against Dylan Rossi. So Dylan Rossi's going to the box, and power play upcoming for Team Lafleur early here in the first period. Face off to the left, and Russo trying to dig in for Team Lafleur. He's out there with Shilov, Villeneuve on the blue line. Lacombe trying to win that. Bouncing puck goes to the board. Shilov gets it back to Villeneuve. Villeneuve trying to move it over to center point. Back over to Shilov. Shilov, right side, left-handed shot. Working the hash marks along the boards. Puts it right inside the box. He's got Dagenet back into the high slot. Swatted away by Belanger. But Villeneuve keeps it in. He'll get it in deep. Going back door. There's Shilov with a shot saved by Weiner. Coming across from his right to left. Shilov put it in the logo. And Dagenet, Russo, Shilov will reset once again. Kulibiakin. Face-off one. Comes back to Villeneuve. Villeneuve slides over, high slot. Here's Shilov again. Trying to put it in, back door, and Russo got a stick on it, but that just goes wide. Circling around. Team Lafleur. Lacombe's got it. Over to Shilov. Shilov down low. Here's Dagenet. Good cycle for Team Lafleur. Now Lacombe on the right side. The right-handed shot. Drop pass over to Shilov. To the faceoff dot. Back low below the goal line. Knocked away by Weiner back behind the net. Loose puck. Fortin's got it at his feet. He can't clear. Shilov stops in the corner. Resets. Comes up to the hash marks. Back to center point. Villeneuve's his shot is blocked by Sear. Bouncing to Shilov. Back over to Villeneuve. Now he's on the left side down low. Back and forth with Lacombe. Villeneuve. Lacombe. Now they're working the left wing. Going backdoor, but it bounces off the ice and off the glass. Kept in by Shilov into the high slot. Dagenet can't turn and take the shot, and Sear will fire that down the ice. And we've got 44 seconds left in this penalty. Breakout. Left side, Kasadayat. Drop pass with speed. Here comes Team Lafleur. Ocharov. Driving towards the front of the net after taking that pass from Straka. Now they'll go the other side. Straka, double clutch shot saved by Weiner. Didn't get the one-timer off as they went across the box from left to right. And the left-handed shooting Straka couldn't beat Weiner. Only 21 seconds left in the delay of game penalty to Dylan Rossi. Ricard, Ocharov, Kaseta Ayat. Zachary Morin out there setting things up, but it's going to be won by Team Crosby. But Ocharov with a nice play to win that puck, trying to get in the slot, but off the stick and all the way down the ice. And Cassette Ayat has to go all the way back behind his own net. And this should do it for the power play with only seconds remaining. Ovcharov trying to get around Tyfer, goes into the corner. Blale comes around, and he's got to avoid a forechecking Ricard, and that causes turnover. Loose puck. Ricard swings and misses in the slot. It goes off the outside of the net. 2-on-1 the other way. 3-on-1 if they're quick. Belanger driving the net. Great back check by Ovcharov to knock that puck off of Belanger's stick. Back to the blue line. Blale with a shot, and that's saved by LaSalle off the boards, and up the ice comes Team Lafleur. Morin crosses the red line. He'll flip it in and go for a change, allowing time for Crosby's team. Team Crosby Up the ice, Blale whiffs on the first pass, so he'll reset inside his own blue line, try the left side. It comes over to Rozzy. Rozzy flips it. And in on the forecheck comes Team Crosby. Digging, Maxime Dubé trying to get it loose. Comes in front for LaSalle. He loses it for a second, and then he finally covers up. A little push after the whistle. And we're going to have our first break. No score. You're watching Quebec Major Junior Hockey League prospect game on FloHockey. Face-off coming to the right of William LaSalle. As Team Lafleur goes on the defense. Team Crosby wins it. It's Cameron Chartrand with a wrister from the point. Another save from LaSalle. As even though it's a prospects game and somewhat of an all-star festivities, a lot of physicality early on, a lot of players here trying to prove their worth for the numerous amount of scouts in the building here at Palais des Sports Leopold Drolet. Face off to the left of LaSalle. Cyr digging in on the draw. He's going to try and bring it back to the point, but it goes to the boards. Korniev working it over to Cyr. Cyr gets poke checked off his stick, and here comes Ricard back the other way for Team Lafleur off the boards. Pinchy defenseman Blais. Blais takes a high rising wrister into the glove of Weiner. Quick transition from Team Lafleur. Justin Blais, the defenseman, jumps up into the rush on the right side. Justin Blais out of Gatineau. Got 1 point in 11 games. So now the face-off coming to the left of Jacoby Weiner. Lots of conversations before every face-off, as most of these players do not play with each other. Cyr and Sheloff will dig in. Bouncing puck, Sheloff gets it over to Dagenet. He can't get it into the slot, and it's stolen away by Korniev. Off the boards. Kulibiakin drive the net, trying to get to the backhand. He's tripped up as he crosses through the crease. No penalty coming. Counterattack for Team Lafleur up the left side, driving the net. Quick pass in front. It's Lou Sheloff. He can't stuff it in after the pass from Dagenet. It's good speed from Team Lafleur after that chance for Kulibiakin. Back behind the net, loose puck. Korniev will whip it around the boards. Kulibiakin will chop it out, but he can't get it by Doyle, who keeps it in. And it's in deep for Dagenet. Dagenet trying to turn to take a shot. Ty Fair will block that, and he felt it as it goes up and over the glass and out of play. 11:42 left in the first. Still looking for the game's first goal. Team Crosby has 5 shots to Team Lafleur's 3. So another offensive zone face-off for Team Lafleur. Sarayat, quick conversation with Lacombe. Lacombe will win that back. Milo Cerny throws it D to D. Casada can't get that on net. Lacombe will pick up that loose puck in the corner. Now he'll drive the net, trying to take a shot. That's blocked before it gets through. And back the other way comes Team Crosby. Florent Houle trying to get it in deep, but he can't cross the blue line, and it's loose to the neutral zone. Ovcharov trying to pick that up, and he does. Left side, crossing the blue line, trying to cut in front, but Chudzinski gets his stick on that, and he turns back the other way. Blue line to blue line, trying to get around the corner. He'll get knocked down, but Houle comes in, helps him out. Loose puck off the boards. Blais stepping up, shot, and that goes off the post. Boyaga steps in to keep it alive for Team Crosby. Milo Cerny clears it out to center ice, and Blais with that great chance. He'll pick it up in the neutral zone and back up the ice he comes. Over to the right side. curls up, top of the circles, back to the blue line and puts the puck in deep. Dubé chases after it. Ayat has to watch out. He'll go D to D. Team Lafleur with speed, trying to break out, rolling puck, and they'll get to center ice and dump and change. Weiner comes out of his net. He'll leave it for Labre, who's wearing the full cage. Rossi off the boards, but that just goes right to Blais. Blais goes D to D. Villeneuve weighing his options, pulls up inside his own blue line, and up the ice he goes. Villeneuve, now he'll take a shot. Riser over the blocker, off the glass, back to the blue line. Blais keeps that in, but then it's stolen away by Dubé. Can't find Rossi, and it'll slide to Blais. And he'll get it over to Villeneuve. Villeneuve looking up the ice, lead pass. L'Italien coming in, but he'll get poke checked, and Dubé will pick up that loose puck, and Team Crosby fires it down the ice. Not strong enough for icing. Rossi will get there as he battles with Doyle. There's a broken stick on the ice, and the puck bounces right behind William LaSalle, allowing Team Lafleur to change some players and reset on the breakout. Yared almost steps on the puck, but he'll leave that. There's a long lead pass to the far side. Thomas Rousseau trying to get around Blais. That's not going to work, and Quilipiakin tries to clear, but Ricard with good hand-eye, high slide, shot! That's hot. Hard and wide past the blocker. And Team Lafleur with a good chance in the high slot from Ricard. Pass. Quilipiakin crosses over the blue line, trying to get it to Korniev. Mernieks is out there as well. Oliver's Mernieks from Latvia trying to get that loose puck in the neutral zone. He'll pick it up at center and chop it to the left side, but it rolls to Doyle. Doyle right up the middle, but Quilipiakin will pick it up, circle around, and flip it down the ice, giving Danielle time to pick up that puck in his own zone up the left side. Stopped, and we're going to have an offside as a Team Crosby player was able to put it in, but not everybody cleared out of the zone. So face-off just outside of Team Lafleur's blue line, right in front of their bench. Oh, they're going to bring it to center ice from where the pass came. 9 minutes left of the first period, still looking for the game's first goal. Shilov's line right back out there. Shilov will win that back. Ayat right up the middle. Shilov gets it over to Dagenet, but that's off a stick and about 12 rows up, right below us here at Palais des Sports Leopold Drolet. Beautiful facility here in Sherbrooke hosting this event. Prior to the game, the teams were announced, and the Stanley Cup was in the building, just to get a little extra juice and excitement for the players who hope to get drafted coming up this June. Play resumes. Team Crosby will break out of their own end. Boyaga behind his own net, but takes a funny hop off the boards. Taillefer will pick that up and slide it over to Florent Houle. Houle with speed, gets the red line, fires it in. Sear, no, he didn't get the red line. They're going to call that off icing, and it'll come all the way back. Just got to make sure to get the home field advantage on that one. So faceoff will come down to the left of Jacoby Weiner. Comp, Bent, Ovcharov. Out there for Lafleur, comes back to the blue line. Setting up the one-timer, Ayat. That goes high and wide. It grazed off of Lefebvre. Lefebvre can't clear the blue line. Loose puck, quick 2-on-1. And a good stick by Voyega to stop that, but they still can't clear it down low into the corner. Lacombe's got it behind the net. Forehand pass in the slot. It's back there to the blue line where Villeneuve comes off the bench to pick it up. He'll take a shot. That just misses wide. Rebound off the end boards. Cleared by Taillefer. And out to center ice finally for Team Crosby. Could change at least one forward, but Villeneuve right back in, but makes a move right before the blue line. And it's offside. Voyega gives a shot to Villeneuve, then he slashes. Of Team Crosby's blue line. Team Crosby in white, Team Lafleur in blue here at this Prospects game. Shilov versus Belanger. Shilov will get kicked out. Dagenet will come in. Loose puck. Chudzinski will chip and chase on the right side. Dagenet staying with him. Ryan Chudzinski driving the net, trying to pull, curl, drag, shot. And that just goes high and wide as stepping up was LaSalle. for Team Lafleur. A good power move from Chudzinski from Needham, Mass. He's got 5 goals in 6 games this season for Moncton. Good starts for a lot of these young players in the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League. Belanger will dig in on this draw for Team Crosby. Chudzinski right behind him, ready for the one-timer. And he's able to get it back. There's Chudzinski, but he only flutters one right into LaSalle. LaSalle will make that save. Didn't get all of it, and they'll just try it again. Same spot, same setup. Chudzinski right behind Belanger once again. Same setup, right back to Chudzinski, but he won't fire this time. Back to the blue line. Chartrand's in trouble. He's got to watch out back the other way. And here comes Ryan Howard driving the net. Goes off the outside of the net. Did not get a great shot, and then it's cleared down the ice by Chartrand. This will be icing against Team Crosby. Tough situation for Chartrand at that blue line getting that pass as he was trying to keep it in. Ryan Howard back the other way with an opportunity for Team Lafleur. Faceoff will come to the left of Jacoby Weiner. Rousseau, Morin, Ricard. Morin back to the blue line. Milo Cerny trying to get a shot, doesn't make it through. And Chudzinski up, his pass is behind Belanger, but picked up by Labrie. Back over to Chudzinski, and they can't hit the mark, and it's loose in the neutral zone. Here comes Team Lafleur. Cassette Ayat crossing the blue line, drop pass, Ricard over to the left side. And a good back check by Daniel Walters to break that up. Cassette Ayat, the defenseman, pinches in on the right side. He'll go the high slot, Ricard. He'll take a shot. That's blocked by Walters, and it's chipped out to the neutral zone. At the end of his shift is Chudzinski, and he'll try and get it in deep and now go for a change. In on the forecheck is Dubé, trying to cause some havoc for Team Crosby. Gets a little friendly bounce, almost found Rossi, but the puck was behind him, and that'll allow Team Lafleur up the ice. 6'6", 6'7" now defenseman. Milo Cerny up the ice, and he'll get it in deep for Team Lafleur. Back to the blue line. Kept in. Here's Howard. Howard trying to pass that in front. That's going to be blocked off. Nice play by Blale. Fair over to Blale. He's got time on the right side. Long lead pass up the right side. Korneyev, he misses, and that'll be icing against Team Crosby with just 6. That Tyfair off the boards, hits the glass and rolls out to center ice. Villeneuve backing up, circling in his own zone. Over to Justin Blais. Blais fires in as he crosses the red line. Over to the other side, Korneyev will leave it for Rossi. Rossi picks it up the red line, stops and fires it in, chasing after Mernieks. On Blais, he'll try and win a one-on-one battle, but Blais uses his body to protect it and gives it right over to Lafleur. Up into the neutral zone and resetting. Kulibiakin. Voyega backhands it. Kulibiakin in on the forecheck. Blais will get there first, circling around his own net. He's on the backhand. Mernieks trying to steal that away, and they can't clear just yet, but it comes right back to Blais. Up to Bent, William Bent, crossing the blue line, working the puck. But Mernieks back defensively will pick it up and can't clear just yet for Team Crosby, and a little bit of help. It's finally fired down the ice by Crosby, but no icing, as Lefebvre was able to do. Now he comes in on the forecheck, but Lafleur with a long lead pass, Team Lafleur that is, over to the left side, and now here comes Dagenet, but he blows a tire on the right side as he got that drop pass from Straka. Now the puck's behind the net, off the outside of the net for Dagenet. Dagenet using his body to protect it against Fortin. They battle to the left of the Team Crosby goaltender. Weiner, Walters comes down deep for Team Crosby. He'll chip it ahead. Now back the other way. Lefebvre up there in on the forecheck. He'll pick up that loose puck. Lefebvre, he'll lose it and is finally cleared by Team Lafleur. Looking for a breakout pass over to Dagenet. Can't handle it with his hands, and Labre will pick it up. He'll go D to D. Labre will get it back off his skate to his blade. Chartrand inside his own blue line, steps up. Tipped in by Walters. LaSalle will stop it behind the net and fire it into the corner. Russo leaves it for Doyle. Doyle's got to watch out as there the forecheck comes in. Loose puck. Team Crosby working it. Here's Houle starting a cycle behind the net for Belanger. Belanger turns his back onto his backhand to the blue line. Labre, he'll take a quick shot. Traffic in front, digging at it. It's loose. Cyr is there. LaSalle square to the puck as it came back to Belanger, and he couldn't get a good shot off. It goes wide and into the corner. Labre off the right side. The defenseman slides it over to Cyr, who's inside the blue line. Cyr circles back, top of the circles, left side, down low. Back and forth. Labre, he's got Belanger in the high slot. Now we'll bring it back to the blue line. Chartrand, wrist shot off a body, off the glove of LaSalle, the rebound as Cyr was crossing in front. Now back to Chartrand, over to Labre. Is pressure now for Team Crosby. D to D, Cameron Chartrand trying to find a shooting lane over the right side, but that's blocked by Morin. And there's Chazinski trying to go over to Belanger behind the net, but that's cut off by Eddie Doyle. But they've got to watch. Belanger steals that by good forecheck by Chazinski. And now some fresh legs out there for Team Crosby. Here's Rossi. Plays it off the boards, back to the blue line. Bleo making a move, keeps it in just. Now he'll go right to left down the side, driving the net on the backhand. Pass it in front, looking for the backhand over to Rossi, but it never made it through. And Russo at the end of a long shift will just try and whip it out, but Bleo will keep it in on the right side. Team Crosby with full pressure. 3 minutes left in the first period. Loose puck. Chazinski over to the left side. Voyega off the boards. The defenseman pitching in behind the net. Getting around Doyle. Passes in front. It's loose to the creek. LaSalle looking for it. He digs in. He'll finally cover up. Giving a breather to Team Lafleur with 2:47 left in the first period. No score, Team Lafleur, Team Crosby. You're watching the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League prospect game on FloHockey. Team Crosby out shooting Team Lafleur 11-4, 2:47 left in the first period. Team Crosby in on the attack. Their last shift over a minute in the attacking zone, able to get a change in. Mernieks, his line is out there. He'll dig in on the face-off. And it's face-off won by Team Crosby. Back to the blue line. Nice spin move by Forte. He'll get it in deep. Korniev trying to go over to Taifer. He'll play it off the boards. Fake shot towards the net. Bouncing in front. Kulibiakin trying to get it behind the net, but that's going to be stolen away by Team Lafleur. Up the ice they come. Milo Zerny comes in, hits pass over the right side. L'Italien, he gets stood up by Taifer. Now up the ice, Cassette Ayat will pick up the loose puck and right back the other way. It's going to be dumped in. L'Italien into the corner, in on the forecheck. He'll finish his hit on Forte, but off the boards, Korniev. He'll just knock it into the neutral zone. Team Lafleur trying to get some sort of pressured attack. Here comes Howard, backhand shot, but good stick by Taifer to block that. Korniev puts it in the open corner for Alexi Forte. He's got space and time to skate it up. Over to Taifer. William Benton on the forecheck, but Taifer gets to the red line and fires it in. Crosby's bench, who's coached by Gardner McDougall of Moncton. And here comes Voyega getting the red line. He'll dump it in. LaSalle come out of his net. He'll play it forehand. It's going to be blocked off. Chizinski puts it in front. It's loose. And it's going to be chipped down. And here comes Lafleur with speed. Here it's Villeneuve from the back end, pulling up at the top of the circle. He's got to watch out. He's got a couple of Team Crosby defenders on top of him. Loose puck in the corner. Chizinski down low. He'll chop it out to center ice, and Rossi will chase after it, but Justin Blais will get there first. Blais over to Villeneuve. Villeneuve plays it off the boards to Bent. Bent trying to chip and chase. Can't get by Voyega. Villeneuve in on the attack. But Voyega gets it up to Rossi. Rossi, Chizinski. Chizinski trying to get on the outside. Around off Charov. But he'll get his stick on that. Chizinski gets another opportunity, trying to get it over to Rossi. Back to the blue line. Cameron Chartin's pass over to Labre did not work. And it's off the glass and cleared into the neutral zone by Team Lafleur. Bouncing puck. Lacombe's got a chance. He's up the ice. Lacombe driving. Trying to go short side. Scores! Nathan Lacombe with a little curl and drag and beats Weiner blocker side. We've got our game's first goal. Team Lafleur. There wasn't much room for Lacombe on that right side, and he sticks it in. Short side off the body of Weiner and in. Sees the shot and gives Team Lafleur the 1-0 lead. And they're looking for more crossing the blue line as we are less than a minute to go till the intermission. It bounces into Weiner, who will pick it up with his glove. So Nathan Lacombe, who plays for Chicoutimi, he's only got 1 goal in 10 games, but 11 assists, so 12 points in 10 games. Picks up the first goal here for Team Lafleur at the prospect game for the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League. Belanger digging in against Shilov to the right of Weiner. Face-off won by Shilov, back to the blue line. Kasarayat down low. Here's a chance as Straka tries to put that in. Front of the net, but that's blocked off. Eddie Doyle, D to D. And Kasarayat puts it behind the net. Straka stops it. Gets it around, leaves it for Shilov. He's got Dagenet in front, trying to put it across over to Kasarayat. He has to handle the rolling puck, and it goes behind the net. Labre off the backhand. And here comes Houle. Houle for Team Crosby. He'll try and chip and chase, bouncing puck. Watch out, Sear had a chance, but it's going to be swatted away. Less than 10 seconds ago, back to the blue line. Labre puts it in front, looking for Houle, but that's blocked off by Doyle and cleared out to center ice. And Dagenet with a late shot saved by Weiner, and that'll do it for the first period, in which Team Crosby outshoots Team Lafleur 11-6, but Team Lafleur outscores Team Crosby. Thank you to Nathan Lacombe with the game's first goal. It's 1-0 Team Lafleur over Team Crosby. You're watching the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League prospect game on FloHockey.
Évidemment, le but, c'est d'équiper les gens expérimentés. Hein? On voit que l'équipe numéro 1, ça va quand même bien. L'équipe numéro 2, on est très dans l'eau, expérimentés. Et l'équipe numéro 3, on est en avant, on les encourage tout le monde. Il faut venir, il faut venir. Il faut venir dans le tour, par là, hein? Ok, ça compte, allez-y.
Welcome back to Palais des Sports, Leopold Drolet in Sherbrooke for the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League prospect game on FloHockey. Team Crosby versus Team Lafleur. Team Lafleur with a 1-0 lead through one period of play. Nathan Lacombe opening up the scoring late in that first period. Shots, though, all in favor of Team Crosby, 11-6. Long change will be in effect. So we'll see if each team can take advantage of that with some pressure in the offensive zone. Team Lafleur in blue, Team Crosby in white. And Shilov trying to get that bouncing puck, but it's going to go over to Team Crosby, and Blale will get it up on the right side. Korniev, but Blale will jump into the attack, cross the blue line, get poke check. Korniev has to back up into the neutral zone. He'll leave it at his blue line. And then Tyfair will try to get in a deep, nice little tip pass. Korniev trying to find Mernieks as his top line, or the first line that started this period at least, for Team Crosby, trying to get their legs. Korniev and Kulibiakin trying to go up the left side, but a little spot at the blue line. Kulibiakin stutters and allows Team Lafleur to come in on the attack. Back at the blue line, Villeneuve, who had so much puck possession in that first period for Team Lafleur. He'll pinch in on the left side, but it's going to be picked up by Blale. He'll go over the other side. Tyfair goes off his blade and up the wing, and a little bouncing puck, and finally Team Crosby trying to go over to the right side, but Korniev can't get that lead pass, so Villeneuve will come back into his own zone. Stolen away. Kulibiakin, but he has no one with him. He's just waiting for everybody to change. Backhand pass in front. It's loose on the side, and Chazinski couldn't corral it to take a shot on Lascelles. And there's a hard hit by Voyaga, stepping up on Ricard. And that is a physical play by the defenseman for Team Crosby. Play off the end boards, over to Villeneuve. Villeneuve over to the right side, but Chazinski will pick that off and reset for Team Crosby. Left side lead pass, bouncing puck. Chipping and chasing. Belanger leaves it behind the net, as first on it was going to be Walters, Daniel Walters. Chazinski in on the forecheck. Belanger trying to help out as they're trying to pin Team Lafleur in deep. And the bouncing puck comes to the near side and chopped into the neutral zone. Moraine will get it in deep. Weiner will come out of his net. Play it on the forehand. Chartrand lead pass over to Chazinski up at the red line, but he has to backtrack into his own zone. Chartrand goes D to D. Now Team Crosby resetting. Voyaga cuts in front of his own net over to Chartrand. Lead pass, and now with speed. Here comes Dubé on the right side, taking a shot. That's off the leg. It's Milo Zerdny, and it goes off the end boards, and Rossi off the bench. Can't get the bouncing puck. It's in the slot. Rossi with another chance, and he chips that wide. In the corner, Team Lafleur trying to break out. Can't get past the blue line as Fortin keeps that alive. Rossi with a shot. That's saved by Lascelles. No rebound, and we'll have a face-off to his right. 2 minutes and 34 seconds into period two. Team Lafleur with a 1-0 lead. For prospect games, some physicality on both sides. And it's during the intermission. I was told over 100 scouts in attendance here at Palais des Sports. Leopold Drolet face off to the right of LaSalle. LaSalle is eyeing now Labre, who comes in off the right point for Team Crosby. Pass in front, in the slot, off a skate, and here comes Ryan Howard for Team Lafleur through the neutral zone, blue line to blue line, left side, trying to get the outside. Now he'll take a sharp angled shot, saved by Weiner. Rebound in the corner, bouncing around. And it's going to be cleared up the ice. And backtracking in his own zone, Yared will pick it up from Danielle. Over to the left wing, can't find Howard off the end boards. This will be icing against Team Lafleur. And another offensive zone faceoff coming up for Team Crosby. Hopping over the boards, Simon Xavier Cyr. Playing for Gatineau, but from Sherbrooke. Lots of family and friends in the building, I am sure. Cyr with Houle and Chazinski. But it's going to be won by Team Lafleur. Howard trying to follow the bouncing puck, but Tyfair able to keep that in on the attack. Cyr driving the net, sharp angle, trying to stuff it in. Lascelles makes a save, rebound near side. Florent Houle trying to bump Danielle off that puck. It'll come along the boards. Houle digging at it right below the press box here at Palais des Sports Leopold Drolet. Good battle for the puck. A couple players each. It'll come free for Chazinski over to Houle. Back over to the left point. Taifer curling in front of the top of the circles. He'll go from the left to right on the backhand drive the net. Still with it. He'll take it in the corner. Doyle follows him all the way through. Comes in and then Danielle gets tripped up. No call. We've only had one penalty in this game. It was a delay of game penalty. So Team Crosby still on that forecheck. Sear trying to go back towards the blue line, but it's going to be picked up and thrown down the ice by Team Lafleur, but it's going to come out. And Weiner will want to play it. He kind of flubbed on that shot. Bouncing puck, giving an opportunity for Straka inside the blue line. He can't keep possession, and it's cleared out to center ice. Villeneuve with Blais. Now Villeneuve with speed through the neutral zone. He'll get poke checked from behind by Merniaks, and Team Lafleur can't go in. Dagenet wanted to jump in, but Villeneuve was in deep, so he resets. Now he'll get it in deep. He'll chase after it himself. Blais and Dagenet into the corner. Sorry, that's Blais, not Blais, as Blais will get that out. And up the ice. Bouncing puck. There's a quick shot by Kulibiakin. Kulibiakin lets that go through his leg, but Blais will pick it up behind his own net off the boards of Straka. Straka for Team Lafleur. He'll go from the right wing over to the left wing. Dagenet was standing still trying to get it over to Shilov, but that's going to be picked up by Korniev. Korniev in his own zone trying to get away from Shilov, who's on top of him, and Shilov creates that turnover over to Straka. It goes over to Morin, who comes off the bench. He's in on the forecheck. Chartrand will pick it up for Team Crosby. Tipped ahead by Kulibiakin. He's got Lefebvre. He'll be first on it in the corner. Liam Lefebvre. He's got three players on top of him or eyeing him. Tried to pass it to Kulibiakin, trying to get into the high slot, but that's going to be blocked off and cleared by Team Lafleur. Cameron Chartrand in his own zone. Off the boards over to Lefebvre. Going against the grain, but he'll slide that up. Now here's Voyaga. Trying to get around Villeneuve, but Villeneuve plays him, and Voyaga takes a shot from, or so that's Voyaga giving a shot to Villeneuve behind the play. Villeneuve was goading him into it, and Voyaga's going to take a penalty, and Team Lafleur will go to the power play. But Villeneuve played Voyaga physically along the boards. Those two earlier had made a connection. So Team Lafleur with a big opportunity to take a 2-0 lead. They're up 1-0, 14-18 left here in the second period. It's going to be a double minor for Voyaga. 4 minutes in the box. Rousseau out there on the draw for Team Lafleur. Dagenet gets it back to Villeneuve. Lacombe, he's got the goal. Lacombe, he'll take it down deep, left side, right-handed shot, down by the goal line. Rousseau trying to put it off the body, almost went off of Forte and in. And it's going to be cleared off the glass and down the ice. Lascelles, that is. Stops behind his net, but it bounces over his stick. But Villeneuve has time to pick it up. Xavier Villeneuve, 20 points in 12 games for the Armada this year. Shilov through the neutral zone, crossing over the blue line. Pulls up, back to center point. Villeneuve over to Lacombe. Lacombe in the corner, down low by the goal line. There's Rousseau up to Dagenet, saved by Weiner. It's loose underneath him, and he'll cover up. As they were working the puck twice, Rousseau over to Dagenet in the slot, but Jacoby Weiner makes the save. 3:19 left in the double minor to Voyaga. So face-off to the right of Jacoby Weiner. Now Ricard in on that face-off. Loose puck, Team Crosby will dig that out. Taifer off the glass and all the way down the ice. LaSalle will stop it up. Kassadayat. Emil Ricard. Ovcharov back to the blue line. Moving to center point. Kassadayat over to Morin. Morin left side, left-handed shot. Hits past it in the slot, but that's blocked off. But Team Lafleur going to try and keep that in. Can Morin keep it in the blue line? And it is kept in. Ricard helps out. Ovcharov puts it in front off the stick, looking for Straka. Of Weiner back to the blue line. Delayed penalty coming up against Team Lafleur as Kassadayat was trying to drive the net, but looks like we're going to have an interference call against Andreas Straka, and we're going to have some 4-on-4 hockey for the next 2 minutes. 2:38 left in the Voyaga penalty. Straka goes to the box. So after Straka comes out, Team Lafleur will go back on the power play. 1-0 Team Lafleur here in the second period. So lots of ice out there. 4-on-4 hockey. Team Lafleur will win that draw. Danielle behind his own net. And takes a funny hop off the boards. And Kulibiakin will toss that back to Blale. Tommy Blale over to Kulibiakin through the neutral zone, trying to take advantage now with speed. Kulibiakin on the backhand, driving the net. He'll take a shot, saved by Lazelle. Rebound off the outside of the net. It's loose. Mernieks is trying to get in on that. Kulibiakin on top of the forecheck. Mernieks, Kulibiakin trying to work that puck for Team Crosby. 4-on-4 hockey. Kulibiakin back to the blue line to Blale. Blale leaves it for the crisscrossing defenseman, Labre. Labre, top of the circle, and he'll play that off the skate of Danielle, and he'll pick it up and back the other way for Team Lafleur. And he'll make a move at the blue line and reset in the neutral zone, 4-on-4. Baggio Jr. Danielle up the ice, drops it at the red line. Yared trying to cut towards the goal, but too many players on Team Crosby, and back the other way. Chazinski, he's up the ice with Belanger. Chazinski drive the net. There's a shot, forehand high and wide. LaSalle played that well off the glass and right back out to center ice. 4-on-4 continues. Blale backs into his own zone. Yared is on top of him, and he'll cut right in front of his goal. Tommy Blale now still with the puck up the ice, right side. Stops at the hash marks, gets knocked down to the ice, loses it. And Team Lafleur back up the ice. If they're quick, they have a 2-on-1. Lacombe over to Bent. Bent, he'll get poke checked. Chazinski on the back check. 14 seconds until Team Lafleur goes back on the power play. Out of the corner, here comes Bent. He fires that over to Villeneuve. That goes high and wide. Blay will play it off his skate, but he can't keep it inside the blue line. He has to back up. Out of the box comes Straka. So Team Lafleur back on the power play. Here's Villeneuve. Villeneuve pulls up at the top of the circle, left side, trying to cut right between two Team Crosby players. Straka in front, tipped by Dagenet. Good save by Weiner. Into the corner. 20 seconds left in the double minor to Voyaga. And it's going to be cleared by Team Crosby. All the way to LaSalle. LaSalle plays it up to Xavier Villeneuve. Villeneuve picking up the pace down the left side, trying to get on the outside, still with the puck, all the way behind the net. Gets it back to the blue line. Cossette Ayat. Down low to Dagenet. We're back to 5-on-5. Voyaga out of the box. There's a shot by Dagenet, saved by Weiner. 5-on-5 hockey. Cossette Ayat. Change it with Villeneuve. Drop pass. Cuts in front. We have a broken stick out onto the ice. Now it comes Fortin. He doesn't have a stick. He chases after it and didn't see the puck. Sheila passes that in front looking for Dagenet, and it's tipped just before it finds his stick. As Team Crosby is kind of getting caught in their own zone, and then it's going to be flipped into Team Lafleur's bench. It's 5-on-5 hockey. We're past the halfway mark of the second period. Team Lafleur 1, Team Crosby 0. You're watching the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League prospect game on FloHockey. One nothing Team Lafleur over Team Crosby. 9:49 left in the second period. The only goal coming in the first period from Nathan Lacombe. It's halfway through this prospects game for the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League, and we've changed netminders for Team Crosby in white. Now in goal, Jan Larish. As We'll give you his numbers momentarily as he's defending. It's Team LaFleur with the pass right in front. Morin can't reach it with his stick, and it goes behind the net for Ricard. Trying to find Russo, but Team Crosby will flip that towards the blue line, and it's bouncing. Eddie Doyle will pick it up. Flips it in. Larish puts his hand up and allows it to go around the net. Morin first on it for Team LaFleur. Russo trying to help out back to the blue line. Doyle's shot, that's high blocker side and wide. Cassette puts it into the high slot, bouncing around. And finally cleared by Team Crosby. Pass over to the left side. Rossi driving the net, in alone. Rossi backhand scores! Goes up and over the glove of Rafael Courchens, who just came into the game. And Team Crosby ties this game at 1. Dylan Rossi able to corral that bouncing puck, drive the net, get it to his backhand. And the St. John Sea Dog goes upstairs. It's 1-1. Nice finish by Rossi. And tough situation for Rafael Courchens to come in to the game. Told you get those numbers on the goaltending. Rafael Courchens, his fellow teammate from the St. John Sea Dogs, so they've seen a lot of each other in practice, Courchens and Rossi. 2-1 on the season, .881 save percentage, .342. Jan Larish playing for Drummondville, 5-2, .902 save percentage, 3.13 goals against average. So we're 1-1 here. L'Italien trying to get that in deep for Team LaFleur. He's got it at the blue line. He'll just shovel that towards goal. Larish will leave that for Boyega. Boyega with the 4-minute double minor that led to a little 4-on-4 hockey as there was another penalty in the mix. Now in the corner, Team LaFleur trying to work that puck. L'Italien in the high slot, waiting for it. And he'll get it, turning, forehand shot, and that goes off the shoulder of Larish and up and out of play. Nice little setup. As L'Italien had a chance, Yared with the nice pass. 8:29 left in the second period, all tied up in 1. Team Crosby, Team LaFleur. It was Lecomte in the first period, and here in the second period, Rossi to get things going. Play resumes. Team LaFleur wins that draw. Back to Villeneuve. Villeneuve works that blue line so well. Going back and forth, left to right. Now he puts it on net. That's going to be blocked, though, by Chartrand. Back to the blue line. And it's poked away. Villeneuve's got to watch out. Florent Houle, and Villeneuve loses his stick. Houle trying to flip that over to Belanger, and it bounces off. Melo Zerdny right to Courchens. So we'll have a face-off to the right of Courchens. As Villeneuve has to go and change his stick as it broke as he was defending. He'll end up just changing. Belanger digging in on this draw against Lecomte. Won by Team LaFleur. Whipped around the boards. Waiting for it is Ovtcharov, and Houle going for the hit, but Houle goes down as Ovtcharov gives him another bump right in front of the penalty box, and then he'll flip that puck a couple rows deep. Florent Houle and Ovtcharov have a few words, and we'll have a neutral zone face-off coming up with 7:55 left in the second period. 1-1, Team Crosby and Team LaFleur. Shilov versus Dubé on the draw. A little bit of a scramble draw. Team Crosby trying to dig it out. Lefebvre has to watch out. Dagenet steals it over on the left side. He'll take a shot off the stick of Labre and goes up and out of play. So face-off coming to the right of Jan Larish. Lefebvre trying to jump the gun, and it'll be poked into the corner, but first on it is Ricard. Ricard. But it's loose for Liam Lefebvre up the left side. Back the other way for Team Crosby. Lefebvre pulling up at the top of the circle. He'll put it behind the net. Dubé waiting for it. He's got Rossi in front, who's got the goal for Team Crosby. Doyle, left side. Here comes Emile Ricard. He'll chip and chase, trying to get around Forte, put it in the corner. Dagenet is there with him. Dagenet sticks his stick in, steals the puck, and brings it back to the right point. Blais, the left-handed shot on the right side, trying to find a shooting lane, but he'll lose it, and watch out. Back the other way is Dubé. Slides it over to Lefebvre. Lefebvre with Fortin jumping in. Fortin off his skate and into the corner. It's getting a little more physical out there. Dubé trying to pass that in front. No one's there, but out of the corner, Fortin picks up the loose puck and goes blocker side. Team Crosby takes a 2-1 lead. Johnny on the spot. Alexis Fortin. Good hustle by Dubé trying to pass it in front, but it goes off the outside of the net. Sitting there, Fortin in on the forecheck. The defenseman comes out, and the puck's sitting right there for him, and he's able to beat Raphael Courchens. 2-1, Team Crosby. Fortin, who's yet to score this year in the Q, gets a goal here at the Prospects game. Playing for the Forer out in Val-d'Or. So Team Crosby with a couple goals in this second period, taking a 2-1 lead. Chartrand lead pass. Kulibiakin chips it in. Sears there. Kulibiakin's trying to get away from Russo. Loose puck. Walters flips it around towards the right side. Blais, he'll keep it in. Puts it in deep. Kulibiakin leaves that. Walters has to chase after it. Villeneuve will get there first. Backhanding that out to center ice. Now the race is on. Here's Russo with Straka. Over to Straka, and coming across to break that up is Tommy Blais. Back to the blue line. Milos Erdny, he takes a shot. Tipped by Russo, and it slowed it down a little bit too much. And Larish will cover up, and now we've got a couple of hockey conversations going down. It looks like we're going to have a couple penalties, and we might get some 4-on-4 hockey. Things opened up a little bit earlier with a little 4-on-4. Or are they just going to call one? No, we're not getting 4-on-4. It's going to be 5-on-4, and Zachary Morin is the lone penalty out of that scuffle. So he goes to the box, and Team Crosby to the power play. Team Crosby with 2 goals in this period, taking the 2-1 lead. 6:24 left in the second period. Shots are 18-13 in favor of Team Crosby as they line up on the power play with Zachary Morin in the box for Team Lafleur. 2 minutes for roughing. Lecomte gets kicked out. Letellier will have to come in. Belanger digging in. Plays it off the boards. And it goes behind the net. Eddie Doyle fakes the forehand, goes to the backhand. Will try and pin the puck along the boards. Back to the blue line. Blais plays it off the board. Center point, left side. Coming across. Kulibiakin, and that's off the post. Crossbar. Kulibiakin with a nice little wrist shot. Going high on Courchens. He'll get it again. Right side, left-handed shot. Going across. Merniaks. Center point, Blais. Kulibiakin down low. Bounces off the end boards. Korneyev over to Kulibiakin. Loose puck. Belanger can't find it. They're digging at it in the slot, and it slides back to the blue line. Kulibiakin will pick it up into the corner. Korneyev back high. Merniaks, there's a shot by Blais in front. Korneyev providing the screen, rebound in the corner. And it's going to come free and off the glass and down the ice. And that was very close to Kaseta getting a penalty for delay of game. Coming out of his net, Larish will leave that for Blais. 4 new penalty killers out there for Team Lafleur. Drop pass. Merniaks through the neutral zone. He'll leave it. Kulibiakin cuts in on the left side. Driving the net. Kulibiakin bouncing puck, puts it in front. It's loose, saved by Courchens. It's behind. Chazinski trying to dig that out as Dubé was in front, but Courchens able to cover up. Rozzi, Chazinski out there on the ice. Lefebvre as well. Loose puck. Lefebvre comes across to the boards. Back to the blue line. Watch out. Yared's stick will poke that into the bench. As Ty Farrer was standing on the blue line, he almost chipped and chased, but the faceoff will come back to the right of Raphael Courchens. 39 seconds left in the power play here in the second period for Team Crosby. Dubé trying to dig that back, but Team LaFleur wins it around the boards, and it's going to be out to center ice. Alexandre Taillefer back in his own zone. Yared in on the forecheck. Taillefer steps over the puck. A nice nifty move in the corner to get some space for himself, and he'll step out and gets it up to Liam Lefebvre. Lefebvre crosses the blue line on the left side, and he'll pass that back, and delayed offside against Team Crosby. They'll play the puck. They didn't want to waste any more time on the power play, only 16 seconds left. But they're going to say intentional offside, and it'll all come all the way down in Team Crosby's zone. So no much time left on this Team Crosby power play here in the second period. Zachary Morin ready to come out of the box in 16 seconds. Shilov in on the draw. For Team LaFleur, bouncing puck. And it comes back to the blue line for Villeneuve, but he'll backtrack. Milo Zerdny and Villeneuve go back and forth. Villeneuve gets it over to Dagenet. Fires it out. Doesn't matter if he touched it or not because it was still a penalty kill. Larish comes out of his net, leaves it for his defenseman. Taillefer plays it off the boards. Rossi can't reach it, and Villeneuve will pick it up. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Team LaFleur killing off that penalty. Shilov takes a shot from Taillefer as he'll dump that in on the forecheck. Is bent. Rossi trying to get that puck into the neutral zone. Lefebvre trying to chip and chase around Villeneuve, but he gets a good stick on it. And here's Team LaFleur, loose puck. William Bent trying to get around Chartrand. He can't. And Taillefer behind his own net. There's a good forecheck by Shilov. He'll take a bump to try and make a play back to the blue line. Doyle trying to keep that in for Team LaFleur. Less than 4 to go here in the second period. Pinned along the boards, it'll come free and into the neutral zone. Cossette will try and backhand that in deep. That's blocked off by Rossi. There's a hit by Florent Hull. Loose puck. Over the center ice logo goes Straka over to the right side. Russo off the boards, takes a shot off a body, high and wide and off the glass. Now here comes Team Crosby. Can they get some numbers? Chazinski on the right side, trying to drive on the outside. Cossette stops him, and good back check by Straka to pick up the loose puck. Andreas Straka with speed through the neutral zone, crossing over, blue line to blue line, inside out, trying to drive the net. Backhand forehand shot goes outside wide. Still has it behind the net, but it's going to be picked up by Sear. Breakout pass, Walters. Daniel Walters, right side. Labre, the defenseman, jumping up in the rush. Drop pass. And a little miscommunication. Fortin's got to watch out. He's got a man on top of him. Loose puck in the neutral zone. Russo trying to chip and chase. And it's going to come free for Danielle at his own blue line. Danielle circles twice. Now he'll just backhand that over to his partner. As Korniev goes in for the bump play. His pass, he gets it up the ice. And there's a bounce and a goal. Quick one. Back the other way. Ovcharov able to bear that. And that came out of nowhere, and Team LaFleur has tied it at 2. As it was just dumped down the ice by Lacombe. And Ovcharov able to get there first to tie it up at 2. Plays it off the end boards, and just a quick shot goes upstairs. It's Nikita Ovcharov. Gets his name on the score sheet. Chase down every puck, that's what they say. Be the first one on it, off the end boards, and never know if the bounce is going to go in your favor. Here's Team Crosby, turn around and get right back at it. Korniev in the attack, giving a little shot to Villeneuve. Just over 2 minutes left here in the second period, all tied up at 2. 2's on the board. So Lacombe will pick up a second point in this game. Blais will also get assists out of the corner. Korniev trying to drive the net, and Korshens has to block her away as Voyega comes in off the blue line. Xavier Villeneuve will back up behind his own net, trying to reset things for Team LaFleur. Korniev chases after him, forcing him to skate it out. No problem for Villeneuve. Ovcharov, after scoring that goal, will chop that in and go for a change, wholesale change for Team LaFleur. Kulibiakin crosses the blue line. He's with Hull. Hull pulls up. Back towards the blue line. Kulibiakin will take it at the hash marks. Trying to get away from Doyle. Off the boards. Voyaga is down deep. Back to the blue line, Blale. He's got time and space, stepping up. Blale into the slot. Blale to the backhand, can't get a shot off as Kasetayat steps up in his face. Kulibiakin will take it in the corner. Doyle pins him up against the boards. Kulibiakin using his skate to help him out as the battle continues. All to the right of Rafael Courchens, the Team Lafleur goaltender, with less than a minute to go here in the second period. Referee's going to let them play this. Houle trying to dig that out. Kulibiakin and Doyle have been pinned up there for the last 10 seconds. No one's playing that puck. It'll come free for Houle. For Team Crosby, trying to look back towards the blue line. It goes right back under the skates of Kulibiakin and Doyle. And there's Florent Houle back to the blue line, but Ty Fair can't keep it in. He has to back up, and he'll go D to D to Chartrand. He'll play it off the glass. Ricard's there, but he can't go in. They're going to say it's knocked down by high stick. And now a little bit of a late hit. Everybody gets together, and we'll have a neutral zone face-off with 28.6 seconds remaining. So Ovcharov able to tie things up for Team Lafleur. We're all tied up at 2 here in the final moments of the second period. Lacombe had the opening goal for Team Lafleur and picks up an assist on the Ovcharov goal, just dumping it in. And Ovcharov showing his speed to get to the puck first. Center ice face-off with 30 seconds left here in the second period. Sheloff for Team Lafleur up against Sear. Villeneuve will pick it up and whip it around the glass. Larish can't stop it behind the net. Daniel Walters can't get that rolling puck, and it's dumped right back in deep. Chartrand, lead pass. Tipped out to center ice, but Chidzinski, who drops his glove. Sheloff will pick it up first with 10 seconds left. Back to Justin Blais. Looking up at the scoreboard, seeing how much time's left, and Villeneuve will take it behind his own net. Skate away from trouble and do one more circle with Chidzinski chasing after him. And that'll do it for the second period. So the lone goal in the first period with Nathan Lacombe, and you had a 1-0 lead for Team Lafleur. But then Team Crosby comes back with back-to-back goals from Dylan Rossi and Alexi Fortin to make it 2-1, and a late goal, Nikita Ovcharov. He gets the second marker for Team Lafleur, and we're all tied up at 2. Shots in that second period. Team Crosby 10. To Team Lafleur's 9, 21-15 overall. Third period coming up. You're watching the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League prospect game on FloHockey. Welcome back to the Quebec Maritimes Junior Hockey League prospect game on FloHockey. As Team Crosby and Team Lafleur are all tied up at 2 heading into the third period. Shots 21-15 in favor of Team Crosby. First period goal from Nathan Lacombe, and then in the second period there's back-to-back goals from Alexei Fortin and Dylan Rossi for Team Crosby, and then Nikita Ovcharov off a dump-in off the end boards and going upstairs, able to make it 2-2, and we've got ourselves pretty good third period coming up. Glad you could join us here on FloHockey as Team Lafleur in on the attack. L'Italien trying to chase after the puck behind the net. Blale is on top of him, pinching in on the left side to keep it alive. Is Doyle. He'll put it behind Ovcharov. He's got a goal, backhand pass, and there's Cutsetta. He got loose puck in front. L'Italien buries it with a backhand. 24 seconds into the third period. Team Lafleur takes a 3-2 lead. Romain L'Italien playing for Cape Breton this year, here for Team Lafleur, getting the go-ahead goal. And it just looked like Team Lafleur was ready for the third period, and Team Crosby was sleeping a little bit. And a nice opportunity. Cossette Ayat will get an assist off that shot rebound. L'Italien, so Team Lafleur, early goal here in the third. Dumped in for Team Crosby, and see if they can get a little bit of momentum back as they go in on the forecheck. Back to the blue line. Chartrand fakes the shot, slides it over to the left side. Voyega, his shot is blocked and it's out in the neutral zone. Good block by Russo. Broken stick, he has to go to the bench to change. Knocks it off his skate, resetting the Crosby breakout. And Kulibiakin will fire it down the ice, but Korneyev will get there first. Pass in front, it's loose. Kulibiakin can't get it back to the blue line, and it's reset in the neutral zone. Kulibiakin will pick it up. Circling back to his own zone. Now trying to pick up speed, cuts through the neutral zone. Nice speed past Shilov. Now trying to split the defender, takes it into the corner. Korneyev trying to chase after, but Dagenet will get there first for Team Lafleur. Over to Villeneuve in the corner. Milo Zerdny up the boards. The 6'7" defenseman Kulibiakin takes down his man Dagenet, allowing for Team Crosby to reset in the neutral zone, trying to get it in deep. Kulibiakin will dump that and go for a change. Sorry, that's Murnieks will dump that in and go for the change. And up the ice, Xavier Villeneuve over to Lacombe. Lacombe, he's got 2 goals in this game. Gets a little hook from Forte, no call. Pass in front. There's a sharp angle shot by Dagenet. Good save by Larish. Back the other way with a rebound. Dylan Rossi from left to right. Up the ice, drop pass, Labre down low, in front. Rossi puts it in, it's a goal. There's no, they're going to wave it off. The referee pointed, and then he shakes his head. We've got sparkles going down from the scoreboard, but they're going to say no goal. Referee pointed, then waved it off. Rossi almost had his second. Now here's Dagenet for Team Lafleur. Dubé picks it up behind the net. Lead pass over to Rossi on the left side, goes off the end boards, will come right to Raphael Courchens, and he'll cover up. But big opportunity as Lefebvre found Rossi in front, but it did not go, did not beat Raphael Courchens. But we had a little bit of misfire from the referee, and no red light though. Fakes off to the right of Raphael Courchens. Third period action, Team Lafleur up 3-2. Team Lafleur wins the draw, whipped it around the boards. Ryan Howard on the boards. Trying to flip it around. He'll fire it down the ice. This will be icing. As Taillefer will get there first, and it'll come all the way down. Chazinski out there with Sear and Daniel Walters. Sear digging in against Lacombe. And Justin Blade takes it behind the net. Plays it off the boards. Here's Bent in the neutral zone, trying to make a move. He'll get bumped off the puck by Sear. Taillefer trying to pass it, but it's into the skates of Walters. And Danielle at his own blue line will go from the right wing to the left wing. Ryan Howard trying to get it in deep. He'll take it into the corner. Battling for the puck, getting a little bit of help. Yared is there. Howard, Bent, Yared, loose puck. Going to be dug out by Team Crosby. Here's Walters trying to play it up the left wing boards. Chazinski try to get in deep, can't get by Doyle. Loose puck in the neutral zone, counterattack. Here comes Yared. He's got Howard driving the net. William Yared trying to get around Belanger, backtracks towards the blue line, still with it, puts it towards the goal. It's going to be cut off, and up the ice comes Alexi Fortin. Fortin trying to get in deep. He'll get it right back to his forehand. He'll take a shot, left pad save by Korshens into the boards. Now off the boards, Kulibiakin trying to drive towards the front of the net, but he's cut off, and Ovcharov trying to split the defender, driving in that forehand. Ovcharov, rebound, and there's the goal by Morin, picking up the juicy right pad save from Larish, in all alone. Good burst of speed by Ovcharovs, but Zachary Morin gets the goal, and it's now 4-2 for Team Lafleur. Nice play by Ovcharov to split the D. Good save by Larish off the right pad, but no one picked up Zachary Morin. And the St. John Sea Dog gives Team Lafleur a 4-2 lead. Team Crosby trying to get some juice, standing up on the bench for their team because it's a couple minutes in and they've given up two. Team Crosby down. They've been out shooting Team Lafleur 23-20. But right now, can't get anything going offensively. Loose puck picked up. L'Italien, he's got the first one here in the third period. He'll get it in deep. Boyaga, backhand pass up to center ice, bouncing around and right back off Cherov trying to come in. He can't cross the blue line. And Team Crosby, Murnieks will get a piece of that, so no icing. Korshens comes behind the net, a little miscommunication. Watch out, Team Lafleur almost turned that over, but they get it up to Rousseau off the boards. Nice play, Straka, he's got Rousseau in front. Straka with a shot, left pad save by Larish. As it was blocked by the defender, came right back to Straka, and Larish able to get the left pad out there. As the pace is quickened here in the third period, Sheloff will pick it up. Broken stick as Blake goes to the bench, and he'll just change up. Up the ice, Sheloff. Drop pass. It's in there. Danielle gets knocked over by Walters, but it'll be dumped in behind the net. Sheloff will pick it up for Team Lafleur. Back towards the blue line. Kassetayut back towards Sheloff. He'll play it off the boards, take a shot. That's blocked by Blale. He'll get the puck back again as Team Crosby was unable to break out. Pass right in front of his goaltender, Lebre. Lebre up the ice. He's got time and space to the red line. Now the blue line, crossing over on the left side. Looks in front, high slot, looking for Sear. Pops into the air, and Team Lafleur is able to clear. Ricard up with Lacombe. Dagenet, left side, gets poked up by Labre. Loose puck in the corner for Lacombe. Lacombe back to the blue line. Left side, right side. Kassetayut into the high slot. Turning. Ricard with a shot. Misses blocker sign off the end boards. Dagenet will get there first for Team Lafleur. Back to the blue line. Kassetayut trying to find a shooting lane. He'll just pass it into the open side corner. Lacombe will leave that over to Dagenet behind the net. Dagenet back over toward Lacombe. Good stick defensively by Walters. And it's back to the blue line. Glove down by Kassetayut. Over to the left side. Danielle gets behind the net. Ricard is there with Dagenet. Good work by Team Lafleur right now on the cycle. Trying to find Lacombe in front. Loose at the side of the net. There's Lacombe with a sharp angled shot. Save by Larish. Rebound back to the blue line. Kassetayut fakes the shot. Retreats back to the blue line. Gets it over to Lacombe into the corner. And Blale will be there first playing on his backhand. And he'll try and skate this out. He'll get it into the neutral zone. And some Team Crosby players will be able to change. As Blay will get it up to Yared. William Yared for Team Lafleur, crossing the blue line. Taking it on the right side. Tyfair steps up to him, forcing him to pass back to Blay. And there's a shot by Doyle, blocked into the corner. William Bent will take it to the boards. Rozzi trying to dig it out. Back over, Howard. Gets it over to Blay. Right point, left point. Hops over the stick of Doyle, so he just sticks it into the corner. Howard behind the net. It's rubbed off by Rozzi. Chartrand's there as well. Chartrand on the backhand. He'll get it out. And here's Maxim Dubé. Dubé trying to pick up speed for Team Crosby. Crossing over on the left side. Tyfair trying to drive the net. The defenseman jumping up into the rush. But he can't get the pass, and it comes behind the net for Doyle. He'll play it off the boards for Ryan Howard. Howard trying to take that in deep, allowing some of his players to change. But Team Crosby will pick it up. Rozzi gets it over to Lefebvre. Lefebvre has no options just to dump it in as he had no one with him. And here comes Morin. He just scored the latest goals, 4-2 for Team Lafleur. Villeneuve in his own end for Team Lafleur will stop behind his own goaltender. Now a long pass to the far blue line to Ovcharov in alone. Ovcharov on the boards, rolling puck, saved by Larish. What a lead pass by Villeneuve. Ovcharov gets behind the defenders, but Larish is there. 4-2 Team Lafleur over Team Crosby. You're watching the Quebec Maritime Junior Hockey League prospect game on FloHockey. (4-2) Team Lafleur over Team Crosby. 12:37 left in the third period. Face-off coming to the right of Jan Larish of Team Crosby. Team Lafleur wins it. They've been the more aggressive team, and there's Morin with another shot, and there's a good save by Larish from the high slot. He let that go. Great release. Looking for a second of the game, but Team Lafleur came out with energy here in the third. Shots were 21-15 heading into the third period. And right now it's 10-2 here in the third for Team Lafleur. Quick change for Team Lafleur, so new players out on the ice. Shilov out there with Straka and Russo. Russo has it off the draw, take it to the boards. Belanger will dig that out behind the net for Blale. Blale getting away from the forecheck. He'll skate it out to the left side. Walters can't reach it, and that's stuffed by Straka, allowing Team Lafleur to reset. Villeneuve backs up to his own zone. Up to Shilov. Walters cuts that off. Now across the blue line. He's going to watch up as Milo Zerdny steps up on him. Straka back to Villeneuve, and Russo will backhand that in. Larish comes out of his net. He'll play it out back in the corner, but Russo's going to be there for Team Lafleur, and Blale will put it to the open side. Forte has to take a hit from the forechecking Straka, and he'll come along the boards as Chudzinski will play it to his skate. Along the boards, having a tough time breaking out is Team Crosby. And now Blale again gets it up to Chudzinski, and they finally get out. A little bit of speed, 2-on-2. Chudzinski trying to get around Villeneuve. He'll just dump that into the corner. Milo Zerdny trying to get away from the forecheck of Chudzinski. Flipped in the neutral zone. Tyfair steps up on that and tries to glove it down to get it back towards Sear, but that did not work. Chudzinski comes back and resets with his blue line. Tyfair in his own zone. Looks for Sear, can't handle that pass. Here comes Morin over to Dagenet. Dagenet, he'll take a shot, saved by Larish behind the net. Dagenet knocked down by Chartrand into the corner. Puck stolen away. Back to the blue line. There's a high shot from Kasadayat. That goes off a stick and out of play. Face-off coming to the left of Jan Larish. 11:04 left of the third period. Team Lafleur up 4-2 on Team Crosby. Third period goals from L'Italien and Morin. Lecomte got a goal and assist in this game. Murnieks will win that. Back to Blale. Blale comes out of his net trying to find a streaking Korniev, but that's not going to work. Kasadayat. Left side off Cherov. He finds Lecomte. Lecomte trying to turn and spin and take a shot. Bouncing puck off Cherov. Back to the blue line. There's a shot by Doyle. Tipped in front of Bouncer. Nice deflection by Ricard. But a solid glove by Larish as he's able to pick that up. Larish getting peppered. In the Team Crosby zone. Digging in on the draw. Team LaFleur wins it again. Back towards the blue line. Watch out, but it's stolen away. Back the other way. With speed, Florent Houle takes it in the corner to the blue line. There's Blale with a rising shot in front. Dubé was looking for the deflection. He'll steal it away in the corner. Dagenet trying to bring it back to reset. Back to his defenseman, Blais. Left wing. Breakout. There's Emile Ricard. Left wing over to the right wing to Dagenet. Dagenet turns and spins. Loose puck. And it's for Rossi. He tried to find Houle. He'll try and get behind Blais. He does. Can Houle drive the net? Here's Houle. Forehand shot. Right pad save by Courchens. Now Rossi off the boards. Puts it in front. Looking for Houle. Can't get his stick on it. Off the boards to Labré. Into the corner. Now Team Crosby with a little bit of energy. Loose puck. Rossi will chase after it against Howard. Florent Houle at the end of the shift. He's ready to change. As he'll go and change as Dubé is in on the forecheck. Some fresh legs out there for Team Crosby as Team LaFleur goes to break out. Danielle. He'll go to the bench as he'll go D to D to Blais, and Blais backs up behind his own goaltender, Courchens. He'll swap out. Cassette Ayat will play it off the boards, but that's going to be read by Fortin. He doesn't play that well. Bent gets an opportunity on it, but Lefebvre knocks that up the ice for Team Crosby. Mizo Zerdny, it looks like he's got a broken blade or something as he falls a little bit on the blue line, and that allows Team Crosby to come in. Behind the net, out from behind, backhand. Belanger trying to put that in front, can't get the pass across. And Howard will just flip this out to center ice. Alexis Fortin gloves that down and fires it right back in along the glass. Courchens can't get his blade of the stick on it. And along the boards, back inside the blue line, Belanger keeps that alive. Belanger gets that in deep. There's Lefebvre on the attack. Belanger just overskates the puck, allowing Cassette to break out. Over to Bent. Bent right wing, now to the left wing. Here's Howard trying to get to center ice. One hand on his stick, now two. Crosses the blue line to Bent. Yared's there, he can't keep it in, and Team LaFleur goes right back to center ice. Dumped it by Doyle, delayed offside. And Larish will leave that. For his defenseman, Team Crosby starting the breakout. Labré, long lead pass to the far blue line. Merniax puts it in the corner. Kulibiakin chases after it. Can't get there in time, but the Merniax on the forecheck gets some help. Korniev back to the blue line, gets it over to Kulibiakin, and there's Chartrand with a shot. That's blocked by Russo. Will take it behind the net. Korniev in the corner trying to create some space for himself. Puts it in front. Kulibiakin gets it right back to Korniev. Backhand looking for the back door. Merniax is there, but he can't finish it off. Good passing play from these three. Just no finish at the end. Back the other way. Here comes Team LaFleur on the counterattack. Russo trying to put it over to Sheloff. Sheloff can't make the pass. Russo coming in to help out. And it bounces right in the slot towards the boards. And not cleared out to center ice. Team LaFleur gets it in deep. Korniev, at the end of a shift, will get it up to Merniax, and he'll flip it in and go for a change. 7:30 left of the third. 4-2 Team LaFleur over Team Crosby. Cassette up to L'Italien. He's got the go-ahead goal here in the third period, early in the third. Puts it towards the net, and Larish just has to pad that into the corner. Houle will pick it up out of his own corner. Open side, Taillefer. Trying to get that in deep. He's got Sear. Sear chips that, but Blais will get there first. Cassette right up the middle. Breakout. L'Italien over to Ovcharov. It's been dangerous here in the third period, but Chudzinski back the other way for Team Crosby. Driving the net, trying to cut across against Blais, but good stick defensively. And now Team LaFleur able to break out. Ovcharov goes to the left side. And here's Villeneuve pulling up, waiting for some help. No other teammate in the zone as everybody else was changing. He passes to the slot, and it just goes boards the board and chopped out to center ice by Team Crosby. Milo Zerny crossing over on the left side, trying to get around Blais. That did not work. And it's out to center ice for Chudzinski. Chudzinski gets poke checked as he crosses the blue line, and Nathan Lacombe back the other way with Dagenet. Dagenet will get that in deep. Cameron Chartrand brings the puck against the grain, and Rossi was ready for it. He'll backhand that into the crowd, but that's going to be a penalty. I believe he was on the inside of the blue, and Dylan Rossi, for the second time in this game, has a delay of game penalty, and Team LaFleur will be going on the power play with 6:10 left in the third, with Team LaFleur up 4-2 on Team Crosby. So big opportunity here for Team LaFleur to ice this game with a power play. Dylan Rossi in the box. And Team LaFleur back to the power play. Russo trying to dig in on that, but Team Crosby will win that puck behind the net. Forte, he's got one hand on his stick, but Team LaFleur all over Team Crosby here in the third period, and continues with this power play, trying to dig that puck out. It'll come to the open side, pitching in on the right side is Villeneuve. He'll try and keep that puck in deep. He'll get some support from Lacombe. Lacombe, left side, Sheloffs. Back to Villeneuve. He'll take over center point over to Lacombe on the right side. Stepping up, rich shot just high and wide, looking blocker side. Good screen in front by Russo. Forte, loose rolling puck, but that's blocked off by Lacombe. Russo gets it over to the left point. Sheloff will keep that in. Sheloff comes across. Nathan Lacombe. Goes back over to Sheloff. Sheloff delayed. Nice pass over to Dagenet. Power play goal for Team LaFleur. From left to right to left to right, and back and forth they go. Dagenet makes it 5-2. And that is a beautifully set up power play goal. Jan Larish had no chance. But Lacombe finds Sheloff. Sheloff kind of delays and gives it right back to Dagenet. Backdoor, open cage. And Team LaFleur is in full control. 5:25 left here in the third period. See what kind of energy Team Crosby can get up here at this Prospects game. Chudzinski. And we have a delayed penalty. No, they're going to whistle it right away. As I believe Chudzinski's going to the box. It's going to be another power play. No. Chudzinski's wondering why they whistled it. It is against Ryan Howard, and it will be a power play for Team Crosby. And they're going to need this power play because they're down by 3 here in the third. Team LaFleur 5, Team Crosby 2. You're watching Quebec Maritime Junior Hockey League prospect game on FloHockey. Power play coming up for Team Crosby, down 5-2, third period, 5:17 remaining. In the box, Ryan Howard, 2 minutes for high sticking. Belanger on the draw for Team Crosby. As it'll go to the boards, and Belanger will get it back to the blue line. Blale, the right-handed defenseman, gets it over Murnieks down low, and then trying to make that pass over to Belanger. Open side. Kulibiakin gets it back to Blale. Shot. Belanger scores upstairs. Blocker side. Korniev providing the screen. It's 5-3. Power play goal for Team Crosby. Louis-Francois Belanger playing for the regiment in Newfoundland. Getting Team Crosby right back in this game. Less than 5 to go. It's 5-3. So back-to-back power play goals. One for Team LaFleur and now one for Team Crosby. But Belanger, with all the time in the slot, able to go upstairs and beats Raphael Korshens. So Team Crosby with a little bit of life now here in the third, but not much time, down by 2 goals. Tyfair up. Kulibiakin gets it up to Murnieks, and here's Korniev, and we'll keep an eye on Team Crosby and what kind of pressure they can provide down by 2 here in this prospect game. Lacombe will win that puck, play it off the boards, out to center ice. Ricard over to the right wing to Dagenet. No offside, waved off. Dagenet up in the high slot, puts in front, tipped in front by Ricard. That's another great tip by Ricard in front of the net. Good save by Larish. Counterattack. Murnieks, right side. Kulibiakin trying to go over to the left side, over to Taifer. Can't handle it. Korniev, he swings and misses and then trips up his man. And Team LaFleur going to the power play as Dagenet is tripped up. So Korniev into the box on that trip on Dagenet. And Team LaFleur will get another opportunity on the power with 4:16 left, and they're up by 2, 5-3. Face off to the right of Jan Larish. Belanger, who just scored that power play goal, now on penalty kill duty for Team Crosby. Face off won by Team LaFleur. Back to the point, Straka, center point, Cassetayat, left side. Gets it over to Morin. He's got a goal here in the third period. Working over to Ricard, down low. And Ovcharov back over to Ricard, and we've got another penalty coming up. Interference. And going to the box is Morin as he threw the defender's stick up in the air, so we'll have a little 4-on-4 with 4:03. So we've got goals here in the third and penalties in the third. And offensive zone faceoff, and that penalty, that power play only lasted 13 seconds. So let's see what Team Crosby still down by 2, but we have 4-on-4, lots of ice out there. Chudzinski, Belanger, Labre, Blale. Team Crosby in white, Team LaFleur in blue. Scramble draw as Villeneuve will pick it up. Villeneuve going to love the open ice, 4-on-4. And he'll try and take advantage of it through the neutral zone over on the right side. Swats the defending stick out of the way. Still battling for that puck against Belanger. But Belanger wins that battle up the ice with Chudzinski. Belanger driving the net. Chudzinski on the back end trying to drive in, and the puck goes behind the net. Still with it, and it comes free. It's loose now behind the net. Chudzinski on the back end finds Belanger. Save in front by Korshens, and he'll cover up. Great work by Ryan Chudzinski to create multiple opportunities for Team Crosby, and Belanger almost had his second. 3:36 left here in this Prospects game at Palais des Sports, Leopold Jolet in Sherbrooke. 4-on-4 hockey for another minute and 20. Short power play coming up for Team Crosby. Keep an eye, Jan Larish, and I think we're going to have a timeout. Being 4-on-4, you could create a power play opportunity if you want to pull the goalie. You need 2 goals. As Garner McDougall barks his orders, and looks like Jan Larish will be going to the bench, and this 4-on-4 will become a 5-on-4 with an empty net. But once again, the scoring in the first period, you had Lacombe for Team LaFleur, and then in the second period, it was Rossi and Fortin. Dylan Rossi and Alexi Fortin for Team Crosby. Ovcharov makes it 2-2 heading to the third, but in the third, we've had 4 goals. Back-to-back goals for Team LaFleur, L'Italien and Morin, and then Dagenet on the power play to make it 5-2 for Team LaFleur. And the latest power play Team Crosby scores, it's Louis-Francois Belanger making it 5-3, but they've pulled the goalie Team Crosby. 3:36 left. It's 4-on-4 hockey, but 5-on-4 without the netminder. So if Team LaFleur ices it, it will be icing. As Team Crosby looking for a spark. Belanger trying to win that, but it's going to go in the corner. Blade whips it around the boards or off the glass and kept in by Kulibiakin. Into the corner. Chudzinski gets knocked down. Back to the blue line. Blale on the right side. Trying to create some space. He'll get it over to Murnieks. Murnieks over to Kulibiakin. Kulibiakin stick handling. Gets it down low. Short angle shot through the crease on the back end, and they score! Team Crosby, Chudzinski in front, able to find the loose puck, beats Korshens. It's 5-4, 3:11 left here in the third period. Yeah, it's a prospect game, but Team Crosby wants to get right back into it, and you can tell as Coach Gardner McDougall from Moncton pulls the goalie 4-on-4 to create the extra attacker advantage, and the pass in front deflects off Chudzinski in front. I think he's the last one to get it, as Belanger tried to make that play. So 4-on-4 will continue with 3:11. Another 55 seconds before Korniev comes out of the box. But it's a 5-4 game for Team LaFleur. Team Crosby looking to tie it up. 3 minutes left. Kulibiakin keep an eye on Jan Larish, see if he goes to the bench. He'll enter the zone on the right side. He's got Murnieks in the high slot, but he'll pass it off to Labre. Back to Kulibiakin. Back to the right point. Murnieks going back and forth, trying to create some space. Now on the forehand, inside out, knocked down, and Milo Zerdny's going to the box. Power play for Team Crosby. Nice move by Oliver's Merceniacs. Milo Zerdny is going to the box. So it's going to be 4-on-3 for 28 seconds. Lots of ice out there for Team Crosby to try and tie it up. And Korniev comes out in 28 seconds, 41 seconds until Zachary Morin comes out. They're going to keep Jan Larish in goal for now. 2:44 remaining here in the third. We've got some excitement. Belanger trying to get that loose scramble draw and trying to work it towards the boards. And Murnieks and Belanger, a three. Kulibiakin finally get out there. Now Blale, center point, 4-on-3. Blale takes it over to the right sides. Kulibiakin trying to create some space. Murnieks slides it over. Blale, he's got Belanger in front. Left side, Kulibiakin over Merceniacs, and his shot is high and wide. Rebound comes to Kulibiakin. He puts it in the corner for Belanger. And Korniev comes out on the ice, and it's a 5-on-3 for a few seconds before Morin comes out. Blale at the point. Blale, wrist shot. That's blocked off the ice and down. Larish will come out and play it. 2 minutes left of the game, and we're now on 5-on-4 as Morin is out of the box. 1:10 left in the Milo Zerdny penalty. Blale drops it. Kulibiakin with speed, driving the net. Can he get around? Driving the net to the back. Tries to go 5-hole. It's loose. Merziak's trying to stuff it in by Courgens, but he's able to get his pad on it, and he blocks it for the whistle. 1:41 left here in the third. Team Lafleur 5, Team Crosby 4. Team Crosby on the power play for another 57 seconds. Team Crosby's already taken their timeout. Nice burst of speed. Splitting the defender. Oleg Kulibiakin. Now Jan Larish going to the box. So it'll be a 6-on-4 with no goalie. Power play. Team Lafleur can ice it. Looking to draw even is Team Crosby. Belanger in on the draw, trying to kick it back. It's loose, getting some help. Chazinski gets it back to the blue line. Blale over to Korniev. It's in the feet of Murnieks. Back to Blale. He'll lose his footing, but able to get to Murnieks. Over to Kulibiakin. Cut off by Kaseta. He'll try and kill some time by pinning that puck along the boards. It'll come free. It's loose. Chazinski trying to get his forehand. Goes upstairs. Rebound. Korniev ties it up. Chazinski's shot was wide and off the glass, and Korniev picks it up. We are tied at 5. 3 straight goals for Team Crosby. That's going to be a power play marker. 1:17 on the clock. Well, we're having fun here in Sherbrooke at the Quebec Maritime Junior Hockey League prospect game. Korniev off the end boards, open cage. And he finishes it off. So we started this period 2-2. 3 straight goals from Team Lafleur, and now 3 straight goals coming in for Team Crosby. We're tied at 5 with just over a minute remaining. Villeneuve into the neutral zone, 5-5. Team Crosby able to get that late push. Jan Larish back in his goal, plays it over to Houle on the right side. His breakout pass does not work. Shot from Ovcharov towards the goal, goes off the end board. Straka takes down his man off the glass, kept in by Doyle. Gloves it down. It's loose, poked away by Ovcharov. Trying to get around Chartrand, puts it into the slot. It'll come to the inner boards to Walters. Walters in his own zone, puts it behind his own net. Tyfair cuts in front of his own net. That's dangerous. Shelov's got a chance, but Tyfair will pick it up and get it over to Rossi and out to center ice. 40 seconds left here in the third. Cameron Chartrand trying to clear it out. Some sloppy play late in the third, and it's finally cleared. Eddie Doyle backs up. Waiting for his players to reset in the neutral zone. Ovcharov gets over to Ricard. Lacombe hits passes off the skate of Walters. Counterattack. Here's Rossi. Kulibiakin crossing the blue line, looking for some help. Now trying to take a wrist shot, but it deflects off the skate of Blais. 10 seconds left here in the third period. Tied up at 5. In the corner, Rossi with Kulibiakin. Loose puck, and it's going to be cleared by Team Lafleur as Ricard's lead pass left side, and time runs out on the third period. And it's 5-5. We're going to get some extra hockey. Recap the scoring for you here in the third period. It was 2-2 after 2, but then it was L'Italien early in the third. Then Zachary Morin, he's able to pick up the rebound on the off-Cherov shot. Breakaway making it 4-2, and then Dagenet on a beautiful tic-tac-toe play on the power play, making it 5-2 Team Lafleur. But a late push from Team Crosby and some power play opportunities. Belanger, Chazinski, and Korniev, 1-2-3 to make it 5-3, 5-4, 5-5. And that's where we stand. Heading to overtime shots, 31-28. Overall for Team Crosby, shots in the third were Team Lafleur 13-10. But this has been a fun evening here in Sherbrooke at Palais des Sports Leopold Jolet, as we keep an eye on Team Crosby and Team Lafleur. But a little extra hockey never hurt anybody. Great opportunity for many of these prospects getting ready for the 2026 draft with over 1,000 NHL, over 100. I apologize. Over 100 scouts in the building. So we'll have a little 3-on-3 hockey. Team Lafleur going to throw out Xavier Villeneuve, Shilov, and Russo. And for Team Crosby, they're going to go Blais, Kulibiakin, and Murnieks. Both teams standing on their bench, ready to encourage your team. Long change in effect for overtime. Possession is key. 5 minutes. It's the Quebec Maritime Junior Hockey League prospect game on FloHockey. Glad you could join us on this evening. Blais for Team Crosby will pick it up and take it behind his net. Kulibiakin. Murnieks is with him. Blais, no rush just yet. Bouncing puck. Oliver's Murnieks out of Latvia. Up the ice. Drop pass in the neutral zone for Tommy Blais. Blais crosses that blue line. Will try and set up shop over on the left side, driving towards the net, but curls in the corner. Kulibiakin, no rush here for Team Crosby. Didn't like what they see. They'll reset back in the neutral zone. Blais. Kulibiakin, as Team Lafleur just ready to defend back at their blue line. Kulibiakin makes a move in the neutral zone, crosses over, 1-on-2, takes a shot off a stick, up and out of play. 47 seconds into the extra frame, and we'll have some fresh legs from both sides. Gilles Bouchard and Gardner McDougall making their choices. Lacombe, Cassette-Ayat, and Dagenet comes out for Team Lafleur. Belanger, Chartrand, and Chazinski out there for Team Crosby. All tied up at 5 in overtime here at the Prospects game. Team Lafleur will win that as Lacombe opened up the scoring in the first period for Team Lafleur. He's also picked up an assist, and he picks up the puck right now through the neutral zone, trying to get some speed. Team Lafleur sets up over on the left side. Lacombe passes this off. Cassette-Ayat, he'll skate over the puck, and Belanger will pick it up. Counter-attack for Team Crosby. Trying to get in, Lacombe gets a stick in on the skates of Belanger. Chazinski trying to skate over that puck to create something. Chartrand's got it back to Belanger. Chazinski with a chance, rolling puck, doesn't get the shot off. And now will come back in the slot on the forehand, driving towards the net. Chazinski gets poke-checked by Cassette-Ayat, but he picks up the puck again. Now into the slot. It's into the feet of Dagenet, and back the other way for Team Lafleur. Left side, Maddox Dagenet crosses over the blue line. Slows things up on the forehand. He'll take a shot. There's a save by Larish. Rebound picked up by Ryan Chazinski. Team Lafleur goes for a change. So does Team Crosby. So off the bench comes Dubé. Chartrand behind his own net. Korniev. He got the game-tying goal. Just over a minute remaining in the third. He's got the puck now. Korniev plays it off the boards. Labre in the neutral zone. Bumps off of L'Italien. Doesn't go into the neutral. Doesn't go into the attacking zone. Will back up and reset. Dubé over to Labre. Labre left side. Dubé driving the net. Over to Korniev in the high slot, trying to drive the net on the forehand. And he tries to go backdoor to Labre. Villeneuve cuts that off, but Korniev will get there, puts it towards the net, off a stick and into the corner. Dubé chases after it with Straka back to the blue line. Korniev keeps it in. He'll fall, get right back up. Korniev backs up to the neutral zone. Dubé goes for a change. See if Team Crosby could change and not allow Team Lafleur to change. L'Italien will change, so will Straka. Some more fresh legs out there as we've crossed the halfway mark here of overtime. Korniev, drop pass. Mernieks with a shot. That was a hot one, high and wide off the glass and all the way down. Larish will have to come out and play it as Russo's coming in. He'll leave it for Korniev. Korniev, open side, Mernieks. Right back out there. Taillefer up the ice. Alexandre Taillefer cuts in on the forehand, rolling puck back towards the blue line. Kulebiakin and Mernieks. Mernieks now with it. Slows things up. No rush for Team Crosby with possession. Trying to cycle near the top of the blue line. Taillefer, he's got it. 90 seconds left in overtime. He's got to watch out. He's going to be pushed off the puck and kicked ahead by Danielle. Here's Shilov. Back defending is Kulebiakin. Shilov trying to go one-on-one against him. But Kulebiakin gets his skate on it, and Shilov will take that puck in the corner. Kulebiakin will get it free and up the ice. Mernieks with Taillefer. Mernieks drop pass. Kulebiakin coming out over to Mernieks off the post with just over a minute remaining. Kulebiakin can't believe it, puts his head up in the air as he picks up the puck in the neutral zone. The team's changed. Lead pass left side. Chazinski trying to get in past Danielle. Didn't work. Danielle, final minute of the extra frame. Gets it up to Lacombe. He gets cut off. Chazinski now. One-on-one against Villeneuve. Doesn't like his odds, so he'll skate back towards his own goal. Circles around across the logo. Now creating space. He's got space on the right side. Still circles back. Now we'll get over to Blale. Blale with 30 seconds left. Driving the net on the backhand. Gets knocked down. Right back up on top of the puck. Lacombe on top of him. Passes in front. Belanger trying to find it. Loose puck. Chazinski will pick it up. Left side. 20 seconds left. On the forehand. Poke checked away by Villeneuve. Now here comes Villeneuve back the other way with Lacombe. 2-on-1. Villeneuve over to Lacombe. Lacombe shoots. Saved by Larish. 9.5 seconds left in the extra frame. Zone. 9 seconds left. Opportunity here. Dagenet right behind Shilovs. Looking for Shilov to win this. Draw right back to him. It's loose over to Dagenet. He'll take it in the corner. 7 seconds remain. Back over to Shilov. Shilov, he'll take a shot. Riser, and that's high and wide. Rebound. Chartrand will just chop that out to center ice, and we're going to head to a shootout. Why not? 65 minutes didn't solve anything. Might as well see some individual skills on display. See if any of these prospects want to put on a show for the fans here in Sherbrooke. But no scoring in that overtime between Team Lafleur and Team Crosby. Back and forth they went. Best chance. Mernieks puts it right off the post, the inside of the post. Could have finished it. But Team Crosby unable to after they came back late in the third to make it 5-5. But everybody's getting their money's worth of hockey here in Sherbrooke, here at the Quebec Maritime Junior Hockey League prospect game. So we'll see who's going to be shooting first. Your goaltenders, Jan Larish and Raphael Korshens. And it's going to be Team Lafleur shooting first. Igor Shilov from Victoriaville. The Russian having a great start this season with 19 points in 10 games. And he'll slowly come up. Left-handed shot for Team Lafleur. Easing his way towards the goal. On the forehand. Goes backhand upstairs. What patience from Shilov. To open up the scoring here in the shootout. His Russian counterpart, Oleg Kulebyakin, plays for Halifax, spins his stick, taps it on the ice. Left-handed, one hand, he'll come in easy. Now he'll go over to the right side, working the puck on the forehand. Kulebyakin to the backhand, forehand, stuffs it in by the post. What a late move by Ola Kulebyakin. And we're all tied up at 1. Team Lafleur with a chance. Maddox Dagenet. Dagenet waiting for the instruction and the whistle. He'll come in with a little bit more speed. Now slow down. Left side, left-handed shot. Stick handling in front of him. On the forehand, 5-hole scores. Maddox Dagenet beats Larish. And it's all goals so far in this shootout. Now Ryan Chudzinski, who's had himself a pretty good game. Right-handed shot. Spins his stick. Go up the right side. Chudzinski, now he'll go right in on the goalie. On the forehand. Looking, working, backhand, and it's wide. Korshens gets his pad to block that backhand shot. And the first miss goes to Team Crosby. Looks like he just got a skate on it. And now Xavier Villeneuve plays for the Armada. The defenseman in on the shootout. Left-handed shot up the right side on the forehand, and he shoots it wide. Trying to go blocker side on Larish. And now it's the chance for Korniev to even this shootout as Team Lafleur has a 2-1 lead third round. Korniev tied it up at 5 late in the third. Korniev, left-handed shot. Coming down the right side on the forehand. Eyeing the goaltender forehand. Saved by Raphael Korshens. And Team Lafleur will take victory here in the Quebec Maritime Junior Hockey League prospect game. Whole lot of fun here at Palais des Sports Leopold Drolet. And it's Team Lafleur picking up the victory over Team Crosby. It's almost like they had a script where they went back and forth. We were all even through 2 periods. 3 straight goals in the third for Team Lafleur. And then 3 straight goals from Team Crosby to tie it up. Overtime solved nothing. But in the shootout, Shilov and Dagenet scored 2 goals. And Team Lafleur beats out Team Crosby. A little ceremony to conclude our broadcast here at FloHockey. But you've been watching Team Lafleur versus Team Crosby and the Quebec Maritime Junior Hockey League prospect game on FloHockey.